friends, I'm back. So today's video is all about the I-130 or petition for alien relative. So focus ngayon ng video is all about the forms. So ang forms total 12 pages, but like what I said, ipapakita ko sa inyo step by step kung paano ko na fill upan yung form ko. So kung same kayo ng case sa akin, so it's gonna be beneficial for you guys. So at least alam nyo kung paano fill upan ng tama, pero I mean 100% sure ako kasi ilang beses ko siyang pinag-aralan, kasi like what I said, 1 year ko nga tong chinek, tapos nanood ako ng mga vlog, nagtanong din ako ng mga online lawyers. So basically yung application ko or yung pag-process ko dito, wala akong kinuhang lawyer, so ako lang talaga. So let's do this. So first you will go to the USCIS website where you can get the form. And here we are, USCIS.gov. Then just type 130 petition for alien relative. Then it will pop up there. So click this one. There's alert. So once again, if you are filing form 130 on behalf of your, so this one OAW Afghan national, so it's not applicable for me and maybe for you, so we'll skip that one para hindi na humaba yung aking video. Okay, use this form if you are the petitioner. If you, the petitioner, are US citizen, lawful permanent resident, or US national, and you need to establish your qualifying relationship with an eligible relative, the beneficiary who wishes to come or stay in the United States permanently and apply for the permanent resident card, also called a green card. So once again, yung I-130 is only for the petitioner. It's either US citizen, lawful permanent resident, or US national na ang ipipetition niya ay eligible, na gustong magstay dito sa United States permanently and apply for the permanent resident card or tinatawag nating green card. Okay? Now, let's move on kung ano yung nandito sa website na to, sa site ng I-130. So, your form I-130, if your form I-130 is still pending with the USCIS, you should, so meron silang mga nakalagay na dito. Okay, if we approve your I-130 and we notify that USL will keep your petition but your relative seeks consular processing. So marami dito. Okay, so just read the instructions carefully, and yung ito siguro iisa-isahin na lang natin sa mga susunod na araw, kasi like what I said, ang focus natin is yung forms and documents. So daanan na lang natin ng konti. So yung edition date nakalagay dapat April 1, 2024, which titingnan natin mamaya. Tapos if you complete and print this form, and then where to file, online and by mail, filing fee, checklist. So importante itong checklist na to, which na nakita nyo naman doon sa ISCI, sa cover letter ko, ang dami kong request for evidence. Form filing tips, and nakalagay dito, don't forget to sign your form, we will reject any unsigned form. Special instructions, and of course the related links. Okay, so now we will move on sa forms. Hindi na ako gagamit ng Adobe kasi hindi naman na kailangan talaga ng Adobe dito, unless na let me double check kung iaan natin tong I-130. Okay, so para hindi na tumagal, I'm not sure kung naka-save yung file ko. Yep, naka-save. So, hindi na ako gagamit ng Adobe para hindi na, kasi hindi ko natanggal. So, nandun pa din yung naka-save yung mga ano ko, mga personal information. So, ng asawa ko at ng akin. So, dediretso na tayo dito. Just click the form I-130. So, once again, bukod dito sa I-130, you need also to include the I-30A, which is supplemental information for a spouse beneficiary. So, ano sila? Magkasama. So, kailangan kung ang husband mo not husband, lagi kasi sabing husband. Kung yung spouse mo fill up ng form I-130, you need to fill out, the beneficiary need to fill out also the I-130A, also the supplementary information for a spouse beneficiary. So, kailangan magkasama sila. So, ganito ang nakalagay sa aking colored divider. Okay? 130, 130A, and supporting documents. So, before we proceed doon sa mismong form, so like what I said, ito ay G1145. Ito, ano ang purpose nitong form na to? So, fill upan mo yung nandito. Complete this form and clip it on top of the first page of your immigration form. So, importante yan kung gusto nyo makareceive ng email or ng message from the USCIS na na-receive na nila yung form na to or yung I-130. Tapos, bibigyan ka nila ng tracking number. Then, it's an optional. So, it's very helpful. So, you don't have to kasi nga, kahit na wala kang G1145, magsisend pa din sila ng mail sa'yo para matrack mo. Tsaka magkailangan mo magkaroon ng USCIS online account para dun mo makita lahat kung ano na ang latest sa iyong application. Okay, now let's move on. So, once again, let's click this form I-130. We proceed first to I-130. So, ang expiration is Feb 28, 2027. Then, ang edition date, gaya na nakita, is April 1, 2024. Let's see kung tugma sa akin. So, expiration, Feb 28, which is same thing. Then, yung edition date niya, April 1, 2024. Which is same. Okay, so, once again, so, yung ginagawa ko, at the same time, chine-check ko kung ano yung form ko at the same time. So, I'm helping you out, guys, and then also, once again, this is my 1,000, maybe 2,000 times checking of my application. So, at least, it helps also para sa akin. Okay, now let's do this. So, now, first is, the first part is this one. We'll start from here, that it says indicated here, start here. Okay, and type or print in blank ink. Then this is for the USCIS relationship part 1. You are the petitioner, so this is all about your petitioner. Okay, your relative is the beneficiary, so naka-indicate yan. So I am filing this petition for my spouse, parent, brother, sister, or child. So spouse. Okay, kasi ako yung asawa. There you go. If you are filing in this petition for your child or parent, select the box. So, ang tinatanong dito is child or parent. So, since spouse ang finilapan ko, disregard to. If the beneficiary is your brother or sister, then not the beneficiary. So, disregard. Did you gain lawful permanent resident status or citizens through adoption? And that's the time we will click no. Okay, so this one we disregard kasi hindi naman brother or sister. Now, let's move on. Part 2, information about you. So, kung ang spouse mo may alien registration, type if there's an online account, type if any, and of course, don't forget the social security number. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, dapat meron social security number ang iyong hubby. Okay, or spouse, sorry. So, now, your full name. So, gamitin natin yung usually na lagi natin nakikita sa online or sample ng USCIS, John Doe. Okay? So, yan ang full name ng iyong spouse. Now, let's move on. Part 2, information about and information. If you use any other names used, nope. So, now, other information. So, kung wala, yung aking spouse, wala naman. Then, we move on to other information. City, town, village of birth, kung saan ipinanganak ang iyong spouse. For example, I'm not sure. Maybe, Santa Lucia. So, I don't know. Yeah. Or city, for let's say, New York City. New York City. Then, country of birth, USA. Then, date of birth. Then, male. Okay? Or female. Either way. In care of any, disregard this one if no one is getting your mail or accepting your mail. So, disregard. So, provide the street number, city of town, yung address mo. So, now, next, don't forget, USA, postal code, you don't have to. Then, just the zip code and this one. I did not put anything here in the province and the postal code. Is your current mailing address is the same as your physical address? Then you will just click yes. If it's the same, if it's not, then you have to put something in here, which is the address history. Provide your physical address for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. So, kung ang spouse mo for the last 5 years, hindi siya nakatira dito sa pinrovide na address, then you have to put it something in here, and then date from that. Okay? Now, so this one is automatically. So, once again, provide your current address if it's different from your mailing address in items 10A and 10.1. So, this one, since it's the same, dito, we don't have to fill out this side. Okay? Next. Physical address 2. Kung meron at kung marami pa kang physical address, then you need to put it under additional information sa page 12. Now, next, your marital information. How many times have you been married? Since si John Doe or yung aking spouse, once, so just once. Then, married. 1, then married. Now, let's move on to the number 3, page 3, information, still information about you. So, kailan kayo kinasal, date, current. So, use this format, month, day, year. For example, June 2024. Tapos, city or town, state. So, kinasal kami sa Kentucky. Just example. Then, for example, city is Smithsgrove. Yan lang. Tapos, province, I leave it blank. And then, country, USA. Yeah. Name of all your spouses. So, kung ang spouse mo ay divorced, then they have to write. So, first is currently married. First and the least name of all your pa. So, syempre, ikaw muna. Kunyari, ako, ang pangalan ko ay Doe. Then, and Jane. Tapos, kung gusto mong gamitin again, once again, yung last name mo ng pagkadalaga. So, for example, Legaspi, I'll just indicate here. Okay, date marriage ended, since kasal pa kami. So, there's no date marriage ended. And then, spouse number 2, yung mga kung divorce yung asawa mo, or next, yung mga previous spouse or prior spouses, if any. Kung wala, leave it blank. Then, Next is information about your parents, kung anong name ng parents ng petitioner or yung ng spouse mo. Okay? Date of birth. Then, for example, doesn't matter kung nauna yung mother or father. Either way, kunyari, mother muna, so female. The next, country of birth, city or town, village, country of residence. If you guys are not sure or not aware, then that's okay. Leave it blank, but try as much as possible you remember all of this information. Parent 2, for example, this is the father side. You will write, and then date of birth, this is the father, yeah? Country of birth, country of residence. So, city, town, or village of residence. Kung patay na, you will write, this is from this. Same thing with my spouse, yung biological dad niya is patay na, so we put deceased. Don't forget, country of residence, USA. Okay? Okay. Now, it says here, select only one box. So, information about the petitioner, I am. So, yung spouse ko, US citizen. If you are a US citizen, complete the number 37. So, you need to complete this one. So, my citizenship was acquired birth in the US. Okay? Not select only, not acquired through parents, not acquired naturalization because he born in the US. Have you obtained a certificate of naturalization or a certificate of a citizenship? Nope, because he's pure American and lives here and born here. So if you answered yes, you have to write something on this side. Next, class of admission, information about you, still petitioner, kung ang nilagay mo ay lawful permanent resident ka. Remember, on this side, it's either US citizen or lawful permanent resident. So, since ang husband ko ay US citizen, I will skip on this part. Then, if your spouse is lawful permanent resident, then you just have to put something in here. Okay, employment history, kung anong employment ng iyong ikaw, ng petitioner for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current employment first, and then if you are currently unemployed, type or print unemployed in number 42. So kung ikaw ay may work, so you put the, so my husband works in cruise line, so just put any cruise line and then the address. Pero kung wala is just put here unemployed and leave it blank the rest of this one. Pero kung once again, kung hindi is, oops, sorry, wala. Nasa na tayo? Kung wala is just leave it. Okay? Then, kung meron, so you need to put right here everything, state of your occupation and date, kung kailan ka nag-start doon until present. Tapos kung meron pang another, kasi nga dito ang nakalagay last 5 years. So kung ang spouse mo nag-work 2 years, tapos nakaraan after before 2 years ago nasa ibang employer siya, then write it here. Kung marami pa din, additional information. Next, biographic information. So, yung spouse ko is not Hispanic and he's white. And 5 feet or inches and then pounds. And then, kung anong kulay ng eye color. So, that's just only a biographic information. And then, after that, next is the hair color. Okay? Next, information about beneficiary. It's you. So, kung may alien register ka, write it here. Kung wala, then leave it blank. USCIS online account, leave it blank. Kung may US Social Security number ka, kung meron na, write it here. Okay? Beneficiary's full name. So, Doe Jane, just for example, and Legaspi again if you wanna include. Okay, next, kung ano yung others names you simula nung ano ka, maiden name, aliases, and maiden name. So si Jane, bago siya kinasal, ito yung pangalan niya, Jane Perez, kunyari lang to ha, Legaspi. Okay, tapos city, town, village of birth, country, and date of birth. Then ako ay female. Has anyone ever filed you a petition or for the beneficiary? No. Okay, next, ano yung physical address mo sa, if the beneficiary lives outside in the US in a home without a street number, leave item number 11A, 11B, and leave it blank. Tapos ito na. Pero ako ay nilagay ko dito ay if the beneficiary lives outside the, so kung lives outside the US, hindi naman sinabi kung, so ilalagay mo dito kung ano yung street number mo. So kung nakatira na ako dito sa US, hindi outside, so just put street number and name, etc. Then put here USA kasi dito na ako nakatira. Then other address and contact information. So provide the address in the United States where the beneficiary intends to live, if different from item 11A and 11B. If it's the same, type or print same in item 12A. So same sa akin, lalagay ko lang same. Okay. And provide the address, beneficiary's address outside the US. So now, tinatanong na yung address mo nung outside the US bago ka pumunta dito sa Pilipinas. If different from 11A to H, kung different kasi dito USA, now you will put here Philippines, kung anong address mo sa Philippines. Okay. Gotcha. And then, kung ano yung telephone number mo. Still information about beneficiary. So, basically, actually, uulitin mo lang tong ano na to doon sa 130A. But still asking your information. Okay, kung ano yung mobile telephone number and email address mo, ilalagay mo dyan. How many times have you been married? So, ako isa, ganun din si isa lang akin. Then, current marital status, married. So, I'm not annulled, divorced, or widowed, or something. So, just married. City of town, current marriage, and then kung saan kayo kinasal. Okay. So, same thing lang din sa tinanong doon sa petitioner. Then, USA. Don't, city or town, and then, hindi ko na iisa. So, hindi ko na ita-type lahat kasi as you can see, I'm using GoPro. Tapos, ang hirap mag-type using one hand. Okay, name of beneficiary spouses. So, isa lang naman ang spouse ng akin. So, syempre, gagamitin ko na lang muna si John Doe, ang universal name. Okay. Date marriage ended. Hindi naman na-ended yung marriage namin, so leave it blank. Okay, spouse number 2, kung meron ang beneficiary na kasal sa before or na-annulled or na-divorce or something like that. So, you have to write it there. Information about beneficiary, continued. Person 4, relationship. So, dito pala, sa information about beneficiary, provide information about beneficiary spouse and children. So, uulitin lang natin kasi ito yung spouse. Provide the information, current spouse, if currently married. First and list all the prior. So now, dito, so don't get confused kasi same lang. So now, information about beneficiary's family. So, provide the information about the beneficiary spouse. So, uulitin mo lang ulit. So, once again, ito si Doe. Then, John. Anong relationship mo? Lalagay mo spouse, date of birth, then country of birth. Sorry naman kung medyo maalog tong camera. Okay, next, person number 2, and we will disregard na yung next. So, we will move on to page 7, information, continuation of information, continuation ng information number, page 7. So, wala naman tayo sa part 4. So, entry information, was the beneficiary ever in the United States? Was the beneficiary ever in the United States? You will say yes or no, and then mine, I've been here, so yes. Item is currently, if the beneficiary is currently in the United States, complete this one. He or she arrives as class of admission, so you will select from here. Mine is P2, temporary visitor for pleasure, so I arrived. So now here, you have to search I-94. Ito palang website ng I-94, official website. So, once again, you don't apply for new I-94. Get most recent I-94. Then, just acknowledge these terms of service and agree. Enter the traveler informations dun sa beneficiary mo para makuha mo yung I-94 mo. So, yung sa akin, ang I-94 ko is somewhere down the road. Nasa na siya? So, may sample ako ng I-94 ko, pero somewhere sa ano ko na. Ang dami kasing ano dito. So, hindi ko na siya papakita. Papakita ko pa ba? Yung sample. Exhibit birth certificate. Okay, marital status. And then, okay. Well, anyway, so you will just find it here. And then, after that, let's move on kasi baka matagalan ulit tayo. So, nandun na makikita mo na yung arrival record number doon sa date of arrival, kailan dumating. So, dumating ako dito, April 8, 2025. Then, date of expired. DS, if there's, makikita mo naman doon yung sa I-94 record mo. Pero sa akin, meron lang specific, October 7, I guess, 2025. Okay? And then, next is passport number. You will write the passport number. Tapos, expiration ng so you don't have to write the travel document number, not necessary. Country of issuance or so you will put Philippines. Then expiration date of passport. Okay. Kung kailan ang expiration ng passport or travel document mo. Now, let's move on sa ano, saan na tayo okay. Okay. Next is page 8, information about beneficiary. Again, hindi pa din natatapos. Oh, wait. So, may beneficiary's employment information. Don't forget kung ano yung provide the beneficiary's current employment information, if applicable. Even if they are employed outside the U.S., if the beneficiary is currently unemployed, type or print unemployed right here sa 51A. Pero kung hindi naman, lagay ang employer, tapos kung ano yung address, tapos kung anong bansa at date employment began. Next. Dito tanong, was the beneficiary ever in immigration proceedings? Nope, dahil hindi pa ako. If you answered yes, then you have to write something in here to justify why yes. And then information, hindi pa natatapos yung information about beneficiary. If the beneficiary native written language, so you have to write. So yung iba minsan Russian or something Chinese, then you have to write here foreign address in Roman letter. Native written language does not use Roman letters. So, kung Chinese, Japanese, Korean, etc. So, ilalagay dyan. Tapos, if filing for your spouse, provide the last address in which you physically live together. So, yung sa akin, kung like what I said, kung same place kayo nung sa akin, so, ilalagay ko. Tapos, date from. So, kung nanood kayo ng iba kong vlog, nag-start akong tumira dito, nilagay ko 2020, and then date to, nilagay ko na lang, tinype ko is present until now. Okay? So, I will just justify this one in additional information kasi baka tanungin ako, bakit matagal na akong nakatira dito sa US. And then, the beneficiaries in the UN will apply for adjustment of status that are lawful permanent immigration office in. So, anong city or town? The beneficiaries in the end will apply for the lawful permanence and then office in. Okay, kung anong office. Alright, tapos, next is the beneficiary will not apply for adjustment of status in the United States, but he or she will apply for an immigrant visa abroad at the US Embassy. So, kung nasa US Embassy or nasa ibang bansa. Note, choosing a US Embassy, merong note dyan. Does not guarantee that it will accept the beneficiary's case for processing. Next, have you ever previously filed a petition for this beneficiary or any other alien? And you will say no. Next, number 9, other information, continued. Then, there is a warning here. Penalties by law, imprisonment up to 5 years. So, make sure your petitioner knows everything on this one. Knowing then will false. So, kailangan lahat ng documents are true. So, I can read and understand the English. This is for the petitioner statements. And date of signature, don't forget, for example, and sign in ink. So, cannot be, I know sa Adobe pwede ka mag-sign through online. So, make sure ink. Alright, next. Then, interpreters, if there's an interpreter, information. And next is for preparers. So, next, for the additional information, don't forget, dapat meron to. So, kaya kailangan ng Adobe kasi hindi mo matype. Pero kung si Adobe, automatic ang additional information, nandito na siya. Given name, then middle name. Tapos, yun nga, yung sa husband ko, kaming dalawa, ginustify namin. Yung first residence ko is July 31, 2020. So, bigyan ko kayo ng example. Nakalagay dito yung I listed Charlene's first residence at this address as July 31, 2020. During the pandemic, she flew to Kentucky to be with me, Dustin. She arrived on July 31 and stayed until July 26. She submitted Form I-539 to extend or exchange non-immigrant status. And then, may continuation yon sa ibaba. And she received her approval notice on February 23, blah, blah, blah. So, etc. So, that's how you will put the page number, part number, and item number. So, that's all for our I-130A. So, the next video, we will talk about the I-30A because it's already 35 minutes. So, kung meron kayong questions, so please don't forget to comment below. And that's all. Thank you.